Hi, my name is Betty Midland, and I'm a second-year criminal justice student. And I want to take a few minutes to talk to you a little bit about what I've learned about jury nullification. Prior to going back to school, I didn't even know that jury nullification was even something that existed in the criminal justice field. In fact, it was one small topic that we had to study last year is when I became aware of it, and I immediately did some research on it, and wound up at the Fully Informed Jury Organization in Helena, Montana, for which I'm very grateful that I did. I did not realize that as a prospective juror, we have such unlimited power under the Constitution to negate law, actually to even change law. But to back up here for a moment, jury nullification simply means that if you're on a jury and the defendant has a specific charge that you do not agree with, that you feel may be an immoral law, or that that particular charge does not fit the crime for which the defendant is accused of committing, then you have the right, without any retribution from the court at any level, to nullify it and find that person not guilty. A lot of people that I have found, particularly my fellow classmates, are not comfortable with that. And I tend to strongly disagree with them. One of the arguments that came up is that if a defendant is guilty and a jury nullifies it, then he's going to get off scot-free. That's not necessarily the case. However, that's an argument for another video. There is one particular case that I would like to take a moment to share with you. In fact, I was able to have the entire most of the courtroom trial on tape, and some of the attorneys that were involved with that are on the video as well. And it was a case of income tax evasion. And although this is a rare case, it still worked. The situation was a farmer had been charged with income tax evasion because he had not paid his taxes for 4 years, and he wanted a jury trial. So 12 jurors, they went through the whole gamut. They showed his income, the fact that he didn't file, and his argument was that there is nothing specific in the U.S. Title 26 that states that he has to pay income taxes. So, of course, this was an extremely intricate case. However, the jury, when they were deliberating, sent a note to the judge and asked the judge if he could provide them with a specific law, a specific statute that stated that Americans have to pay income taxes. It took the judge 2 days, and he came back and told the jury that he could not find one. Now, this case happened a few years ago in Michigan. As a result, the jury found him not guilty, and there was absolutely nothing the judge could do, the prosecutor could do, and oh my God, there was nothing the IRS could do. That is a classic case of jury nullification. A lot of times you're not going to run into the issue of jury nullification because oftentimes, particularly in a criminal case, there will be more than one charge, and the jury will be instructed, for example, if a defendant is being charged with second-degree murder, instructions can be given to the jury based on specific criteria that if they can't find him guilty or her guilty, more properly the defendant guilty on second-degree murder, they do have the option of finding the person guilty on involuntary manslaughter. So jury nullification over the years has done quite well in affecting overzealous prosecutors who would go into court, I'm only going to prosecute him for one thing, da 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 da. Jury nullification has, I believe, has gone far in breaking that backbone, and hence jurors having a second charge that they can find a defendant guilty of instead of the first one or the initial charge. The main thing is that we, as citizens of the United States, have a constitutional, ethical, and moral right and responsibility to judge the law that's being presented at trial, for which we are sitting on the jury for, and voting on it properly. Most states do not inform the jury that they have a right to nullify. The state where I live, fortunately, does. It's in their written jury instructions that you're given. I had just become a member of a fully informed jury organization, association, about 3 or 4 weeks before I got called for jury duty. And that was the first thing I looked for when they handed out the hand-printed jury instructions. And in this state, we are told that we have a right to judge the law according to our conscience. And so for that, I'm very grateful. If you are called to jury duty, it's best not to make it widely known that you believe in jury nullification, because that will get you off of a jury in a heartbeat. Don't use that as an excuse to get out of jury duty, because you never know when the tables are going to be turned on you and you're going to need a juror. However, know that you have the right, know the law, that you have a right, and that right has never been taken away, to judge the law according to your conscience, according to how it's being. If it's not being applied right at the trial for which you're sitting on the jury for, say so. Don't be intimidated to be a hung jury if you're the only one that's not agreeing with everybody else. If you really believe that, stick to it. Because it's that kind of determination and that kind of information and that kind of education that is going to help turn our justice system around. Again, I'm a second-year criminal law student. I've owned my own legal business since 2001, and I have to tell you, our judicial system is in need of fixing, and jury nullification is one of the first places to start. If you need or would like more information, please go to our website at fullyinformedjuryassociation.org. That's FIJA.org, and all of our information is there. If you want someone to talk to in your state, once you're at that site, go to the state contacts, and you'll be able to get in touch with us from there. This is it for this segment, and as I learn more and become more comfortable with doing videos, I will be doing more, and I'm also going to be doing some videos on news updates about jury nullification. We need the media. We need the social networking. We need to get this information out. Jurors have total power in the courtroom. The fate of that defendant lies solely with the jury. A very, very powerful group. And I'm proud to be an American. Thank you, and we will see you next time. For now, this is Betty Midland.